up, guys? Welcome to Cozy World, and I just wanted to give everyone a shout out for everyone who has recently subscribed to me. Thank you so much for some support. I honestly didn't think I would actually get a following, because who really likes bikes nowadays? Like, who really talks about bikes as much as we should be? So thank you again. I'm in my bathroom, by the way. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick rundown on some people have been saying about the Zooz Bike over the Onyx, because a lot of people have been like, oh my god, why would you pick Chinese junk over a cafe racer, bike, right? And I'm here to tell you guys that I have both bikes, right? I have the Onyx RCR and I also have the Zooz Bike 1100. But the reason why I bought the Zooz, and by the way, the Zooz is my second bike to own. The Onyx was my first bike to own, so I would at least have experience of owning the Onyx and know what to expect. But I told myself back in March of 2021 that, oh, actually back in February of 2021, that if I don't get this bike, I'm going to be depressed, because having the Onyx, I've gotten the Onyx in October 2020, the 10th. Yeah, I've gotten the Onyx there, and I had it since before I ordered me a Zooz, which was in February. So it took me about maybe, like 3 to 4 months before I ordered the Zooz bike to really know what I was dealing with the Onyx. And so with the Onyx, I love that bike, and everyone will love that bike. If you bought it, if you invested in it, and you've been waiting on it, and you've been thinking of it for years to come, and over a year, or like you've just been thinking about it and saving off, or just holding off, period, just because of like how much issues it could have and all that great stuff, I would say the Onyx is great, but only for speed, period. Because it doesn't have pedal assist, it doesn't have cadence assist, it's just purely throttle. It's just throttle and controller and a 3T hub motor to a 4T hub motor if you want to upgrade. So, or a 5T hub motor, which is very, very expensive, but you can definitely upgrade if you really want to get to those heights of speeds. But the Onyx can do it, and I think that's what makes it different from every other high-speed bike, such as the Saunders Metro bike. I understand that it goes 80 miles an hour, but does it have the capability of going on the sidewalk, of going on the bike lanes, of going on dirt trails, of going on, you know what I'm saying, like park trails or just trails in general? And so that's what puts it, the RCR Onyx, over the Saunders, because the Saunders is Saunders is a street legal bike. Yes, you can register it. Yeah, you have to pay insurance for it, and you also have to have a driver's license. But with the Onyx, the RCR, you don't have to have any of those things. You could just buy the bike and just ride the shit. Now, I would say and give people a warning that I wouldn't blow past intersections. I wouldn't blow past stop signs, even though one time I did in front of a cop and he didn't do anything. But I just wouldn't do intersections, because those are 4-way light intersections, and it's like people are turning left and you're having to stop and wait. I would definitely not blow past those 4-way intersections, because people and cops will stop you for that, because it's like you're very disobeying the law. I could see if it was a stop sign, because you're on a bike and a stop sign is just a stop sign. But a light intersection, like green means go, red means stop intersection, I would definitely stop completely. I wouldn't blow past it unless you're like you're right next to a car and you're going under a yellow light. That's the only time I wouldn't stop. I would stop each and every time on my Onyx if I were going through a four-way intersection. And yeah, it was just red lights. So don't blow past fucking four-way intersections, okay? Because people have done it before, and then those were the people who had actually gotten a ticket. And it's like, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's like you're putting yourself and other people in danger, especially if you're blowing past a four-way intersection stop light. So, I mean, I'm just trying to be courteous of thinking of like, yeah, think more smartly, but at the same time still have fun, but don't put yourself in danger while you're doing it. So, but the Zooz Bike, because that was all about the Onyx. The Zooz, all those rules that I've just told you about being in the bike lane or being not blow passing intersections or stop signs or whatever, the Zooz Bike is a BMX. People are just going to look at you as a regular bike. They're not going to think twice. They're just going to be like, okay, you're a biker. Okay, I will stop for you so I won't have to hit you. Like, if you're on the road and like the back roads and you're cruising on the side, right? People won't speed up past you to get by you because they know you're just a bicyclist. Okay, that they know of, right? But in our heads, in our minds, of what we have, we is twice as fast as a regular BMX bicyclist. So I would definitely just be more careful and cautious, because to a normal person driving in the car, they're not going to think twice that you have a little bit of power. And so if you were crossing the street with the BMX bike and you know there's incoming traffic, please just cross the street as quickly as possible, because people are not going to think twice of what you actually have, and you know, shit might just happen. So there's that. But the main question, and I want to answer for you guys, is that does the Zooz get up to 50 to 80 miles per charge? And I will say I have 2 batteries, because I was smart enough to be like, I had my Onyx and I only have 1 battery, and I kind of like really hated how once I went out with the Onyx, I had to come back and wait for it to charge. So I told myself, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait for it to charge after I went for a shred. I don't want to do that. So I told myself, pay the extra money, don't give a shit, pay the extra money, just do it, because it's going to be worth it. And then I did. And so I bought my bike for pre-production price, and I was at what, $2,500 plus tax, but I had a coupon code which made the $170 shipping go down to $95. So I only paid $95 for shipping and $2,500 for the bike. So I know, good steal. But the extra battery was also declined price, and it was at $750 at the time that I bought it. So I don't know how much it is right now of buying a second battery. They did say the original price was $950, but I have no idea if that price is valid right now. But at the time I bought a second battery, it was $750 plus tax, so it went to $825. So yeah, that's how much I paid for my bike. But now, and so the Zooz Bike, it does per charge. For if you were to have 1 battery, it can get up to 40 to 35 miles if you were pedaling and throttling at the same time with use. I would say a strong 35 miles. A strong 35 miles, yes. To 40 miles. Because if you were, you know, slightly pedaling up those hills that you are slightly inclining and you just give it a little pedal while you're inclining the hill, you won't feel like you're going up the hill. The bike will just assist you up it like it's nothing. I don't know why people think that it's a BMX bike. Oh, it has a certain speed, but I don't think it could get me up a hill. It can get you up a hill. All you have to do is just move your legs a little bit and it'll like take you. But other than that, I would say for the steep hills, maybe you have to do a little bit more pedaling, but the throttle will take care of you. If you were having your thumb fully on the throttle, and let's say the bike is like steadily getting you up the hill, all you have to do is just put a little bit manpower into those pedals and you are up that hill. That's it. Low key. Like, I don't know why people are like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to pedal just to get up a hill. No, it's like literally assistance to like, you know, go up the hill, but it's just as fast as normally humanly possible. But other than that, it does get you up steep hills. I've tried it on this, oh my God, I've tried it on this hill and on James Street. I don't know if you guys know, but the hill is literally like this. And so, I literally went up the bitch, on pedal assist 4 and maybe a little bit of throttling, but that's it. I didn't use the throttle all the way. I just used a little bit of throttle, pedal assist 4, and I got up the hill. Like it wasn't nothing. No sweat, no like, like none of that shit. So, the bike is definitely capable of doing what it needs to do. A little pedal assist work shouldn't scare you away from getting the bike completely. I think it's a great bike, even though if it's $3,000 and it's actually at its full price right now. I still think it's worth it over the Onyx because BMX parts are cheap. Very cheap. You can get the bike fixed at any bike shop. Any bike shop. Any. You don't have to worry about, oh, do you take certain parts for my Onyx RCR because some parts is motorcycle and some parts are bicycle. Like, no. Like, you don't have to think about that shit. You can just think about getting your bike fixed completely at the bike shop and then you worried about riding the next day. So that's the thing about these Zooz over the Onyx. The Onyx, you have to really legitimately find maybe a shop that will actually work on your bike with motorcycles, parts and all, with knowing they may or may not fuck up your bike too because they don't know how to put that shit back together. Like, you know, and then on top of that, you don't know if they're going to have the wheel straight because I had to take my Onyx to an actual shop. It was actually a bicycle shop, a motorcycle shop, to get my rear wheel aligned back straight again because it was like this and I wanted to get it straight again. And so I paid $80 and it was still misaligned. It was still crooked. It was slightly touching the swing arm and I was upset. But I already paid $90 for that fix. So that's why I'm saying you don't have to worry about getting your Onyx fix over the Zooz because the Zooz is a regular BMX bike. And so for anyone who's thinking about getting a Zooz, get it. Okay, it's a BMX bike. You can't go wrong with a BMX bike. Come on. It's like BMX bike is legendary over any bicyclist. It's a BMX bike is legendary over a speed bike, a mountains bike. And if anyone wants to cap, you know, if anybody wants to cap me on that, go ahead. But a BMX bike is an original bike before anything else went advanced. That's for mountain bikes, that's for scooters, that's for motorcycles, that's for anything. BMX was first. So I say buy it while you can, while it's original and it's hardcore authentic, because they're original parts, BMX parts. And so you can find those parts anywhere on eBay, Amazon. You know, the part list is limitless. So that right there should tell you, like, yeah, I could get the Onyx, but it'll be nice to have a backup bike if I don't want to just be on the Onyx all the time speed only, no pedal assist, and just running my battery dry each and every time I go out to ride. So there's that aspect of thinking. I've been having my bike for about since June of 2021. It's been so great. It's been so great to me. I've been actually planning on going to Vegas with it soon. I'm so excited because they actually have a crew bike, a bikes group in Vegas that they go out to ride in their city in Vegas at nighttime. And I'm so excited for that because I went to Vegas, but only for EDC. But then I never really stayed in Vegas because I've only been there for like 3 days and then I left. So I couldn't experiment Fremont. I couldn't experiment the Strip. I couldn't experiment anything in Vegas. So I'm definitely excited for that. Especially I get to have a chance to ride around in Vegas all day, every day, how long I'm there for. So I'm excited for that. But point is, you can take the Zooz on the train to Vegas, California, Florida, New York, Texas, anywhere. The Onyx, you might have to get it shipped. You might have to get it hopefully the shippers who have your bike won't take the bike and say, well, sorry, you know, we don't know what happened. Because over on the East Coast, I ordered my Onyx back in 2019. Like, back in 2019. In May 3rd of 2019. It was supposedly to be my 25th birthday present, but since I was over in the East Coast, they couldn't deliver the bike to me. Real sad. At that time, they were really getting orders underway. In 2019, the Onyx was definitely very new. People barely knew about it. But still, it's like I didn't get my bike when I ordered it in 2019. I had to wait a whole nother year to buy it again to get my Onyx in 2020. So it was a lot of problems over in the East Coast of getting that Onyx. Like, oh my God, like I waited 7 months for a bike that was never coming. Like, what? So there's that. So I have a little history with Onyx. Reason why I haven't been riding it a lot because I've got injured from it too. And I'm still getting over that injury. But, you know, it's been a hellhole. I'll show my injury. Fuck it. So, basically, my toe got crushed. Yeah. My toe got crushed, guys. So, basically, it basically got, picture the pedal. Picture the pedal, right? Smashing into your foot. That's basically what happened. So this part is swollen. It has been swollen for 9 months, or 7 months now, because it's December, and on the 9th it's going to be 8 months. Sorry for my gross toes, but yeah, that's my injury, guys. That's my injury. That's my injury. That's my injury, guys. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me, and also what's been going on with the bikes. If you want a Zooz, I say get a Zooz just to have secondary, as a secondary bike, because I do. And there's not a moment in time where I'm like, oh, I just took out my Onyx, but let me take out my Zooz because I want to have extra time and I don't have to worry about people looking at me weird. Definitely have a Zooz, because I guarantee you, you're going to be taking the Zooz out for bike trails. You're going to be taking that out to dirt trails. You're going to be taking it out to water park trails. You're going to be taking that shit out to any skate park. Like, like it's so endless on where you could take that Zooz bike. And I hope that will make you think about a few things a little bit more. Not saying don't buy the Onyx, but just give it a little bit more thought on what you really need it for. And that could be for traveling the bus, or traveling states on the train, or just U-hauling, moving to another state. It's not a lot of weight for you to carry. On that note, guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I mean, I have almost 200 people, and I'm just excited about the new journeys to come, and also to try to record it all, because that shit's hard. Trying to record shit and content is hard out here for a pimp, but it's all right, because I'm going to do the best I can to maintain you guys' entertainment and also my journey on to wherever I go. So thank you guys for joining me on this session. Until next time, guys, peace out, koozie out. Also wanted to say, guys, if you guys wanted to get a Zooz bike, get the second battery, because the second battery, I feel that it can get 35 miles on top of your original battery. So basically, one battery can do 35 miles to 40 if you are pedaling and throttling at the same time. 35 strong miles, I guarantee it. 40, you probably could ease off the throttle a little bit and just do strictly pedaling. I feel like you can get 40 straight miles out of one charge, out of one battery, if you're really pleasant about it. Now, for two batteries, you can definitely get 75 miles. Definitely. Like, if you have two batteries, 75 miles, and you probably would have extra juice too. So definitely think about that too if you guys want to pick up the Zooz. People have been like, yeah, I own a Huck, I own an Onyx, but I go over the miles that it's capable of taking, and usually the bike would be dead or almost dead for you not to be able to go home, and that kind of sucks. So definitely two batteries for the Zooz is very well needed if you are going over 40, 45 miles or 80 to 85 miles. Two batteries is definitely needed. I say each battery can get 40 miles if you're really pleasant. Each battery can get 40 miles, yes, if you're pleasant about it. But each battery, if you're really shredding, and I mean really like putting your all into it, I would say a good 30 to 35 miles of shredding. Like, you're not really worried about the battery. I'm just here to have fun. I'm going to shred anyway. I have a second battery just in case I need to go home. Yeah, that's definitely doable. Like 35 to 40 miles. One battery per battery, I would say. So if you guys want to think about that too, then I say do it. But that's what I've been thinking about, because I've had the Onyx for about some time, and when I take it out, I always worried about it dying, or I'm always worried about it cutting out on me if you ramp it up too much and it just dies or cuts off, and it's like, what the hell, you know? So I told myself I'd rather have some pedal assist where I know there's still power going than me being on the throttle all the time, because it's like I'm still getting to where I need to go, but I don't want to use all the juice all at once. So that was in my mind of buying the Zooz. And so far so good. I'm glad. I'm proud of myself. I thought about those things, but it's definitely something to take in consideration, especially if you're a traveler like myself and don't have time to wait for dead batteries to recharge. So it's just something more to think about, guys. Someone in the comments, I've also wanted to mention, someone in the comments also said something about putting two people on the Zooz, and I'm honestly, I kind of live by myself, but I live with my roommate, but he's always gone when I'm coming back from work, or he's here when I'm leaving for work. So I'm going to do my best to try to get at least footage of the Zooz with two people on it, because our time zones are crazy different, and he works at a different time and I work at a different time. So I'm gonna do my best to at least get some footage on us on the bike and maybe us riding the bike to see how comfortable we are, because I know that there's maybe a few videos on the Zooz bike with two people on the bike but not necessarily riding it. So I'm gonna do my best, okay? But definitely know that that is in consideration and is in the production list for what's next. But also give me extra content you guys want to see from me, because I don't know and I'm honestly running out of ideas a little bit. So if you guys can, just link in the comments and say what I want to know about this or certain things about that. But yeah, definitely thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you until next time. I've been